What is up, Ohio State Buckeyes fans? Good friend IndyCarTim here with you. Ohio State Buckeyes Daily Blitz. We can call it Marshall Thundering Herd postgame edition if you want, as the Ohio State Buckeyes wrap up non-conference play by running away from Marshall 49-14. No surprises here, I don't think, anywhere, as Ohio State moves now to 3-0 with a dominant win over the Thundering Herd. Quinshon Judkins rushed for 173 yards, 2 touchdowns. Egbuka had 117 receiving yards and a touchdown, as Ohio State overcame kind of an early push. I don't know if anybody was like worried, but there was a little bit of an early push there by Marshall to put the game away, though, 49-14. Trayvon Henderson had 2 touchdowns. Jeremiah Smith had a 53-yard TD catch, looked really good. Quarterback Will Howard had a 1-yard rushing score. The Buckeyes scored 4 touchdowns of 40 yards or more. And just, everything we expected to see. Won the game handily. No issues in this one whatsoever. Will Howard on the day, 16 of 20, 275 yards. He did have the interception along with the 2 touchdowns. Devin Brown came in, went 2 of 6 for 14 yards. As we mentioned, Judkins 14 carries, 173 yards. Henderson finished the game with 6 carries, 76 yards, 2 touchdowns of his own. James Peebles had 6 carries, 31 yards on the ground. Emeka Egbuka led the Buckeyes, 5 catches, 117 yards, 1 touchdown. The other touchdown through the air that we mentioned, Jeremiah Smith, 3 catches, 70 yards, plus the touchdown. And the Thundering Herd could really get nothing going on other than that early little surge. Stone Earl, 16 of 21, 132 yards and a touchdown to lead the way through the air. A.J. Turner, 7 carries, 32 yards, was the best anybody wearing green, black, and white could muster on the ground. Elijah Metcalf, 8 catches for 68 yards, and he had had one of the touchdowns for the Herd there as well. But overall, I think something we needed to see before the Buckeyes finished non-conference play, kind of finished their, we hesitate to use the word cream puff schedule, but, that's what it is in this day and age for sure. What does it all mean? Well, Ohio State did give up a couple of long drives in the first half here in the final tune-up before the Big Ten schedule begins. But, of course, the plethora of offensive weapons was on display as well, and the Thundering Herd simply could not keep up. They were competitive early. They gave Ohio State kind of a game in the first half. They were only down 28-14 at the half, but they could not sustain it in the second half. Especially when Earl left there with the injury there in the third quarter. Key moment here in the game, I thought Henderson took that pitch from Howard to the left, broke 2 tackles on his way to the 40-yard touchdown on Ohio State's first possession of the second half. That pushed the lead to 38-14 and really squashed any and all hopes that the Thundering Herd had of making any kind of game out of this. An interesting stat that I noticed, Ohio State had the ball for 23 minutes. That's it. However, they averaged 10 yards per play for the game, and through 3 quarters, it was 12.3 yards per play. So that made that time of possession irrelevant for the most part for the Thundering Herd. And, again, things we all expected to see, things that we knew would happen. You just got to get out of this non-conference schedule, hopefully relatively healthy, without injuries to key players or anybody else for that matter, which, the Buckeyes have done for the most part before you take on Michigan State on Saturday. Marshall will host Western Michigan. And then the Buckeyes, of course, have the Spartans coming in on Saturday. We will preview that game here more as the week progresses. May come in and talk some more about Marshall and some individual performances that we saw as we watch the tape again. Probably on Sunday during NFL action. But either way, we will preview the Michigan State game. Both Jeff Tito Thidoff and I will probably come on and have some thoughts for those here on the Buckeyes Daily Blitz on FanStream Sports. We appreciate everybody tuning in here to FanStream Sports, whether you're watching the recorded watching the video on our YouTube channel, FanStream Sports TV. Make sure you subscribe over there. Click the bell to get notifications. Or if you're listening to the recorded podcast on your favorite podcast app, we would ask that you subscribe and leave us a great review. Whether you like me or Tito, I don't care which one you like. I don't care who you listen to. Just listen to the damn show. We talk Buckeyes. That's what we do. Appreciate everybody tuning in for this, and we'll come back on here in a day or so, give you some more news on Marshall, Ohio State, or maybe some Ohio State and Spartans talk before we get into the game on Saturday. But we will give you all the Ohio State news and opinion and talk that you can tolerate. Until then, boys and girls, we'll see you.